Thank you very much. Again, my name is Deon Price. I want to first show my appreciation for anyone who works in the capacity of serving young people. I believe you cannot do this work sincerely, be it whether you're a teacher, instructor, a parent, foster parent, counselor, coach, whatever your capacity is. If you don't have that sincere agape love, but the heart, like Ms. Evelyn has demonstrated over the last 30 years of her life's work, then something's not going to be sincere. You're not going to be as effective. So thank you, Ms. Evelyn, for what you do and what you represent. I appreciate you. And on behalf of all the former and current foster people like myself and others, we appreciate you and all you who opened up your hearts and your homes to young people. So thank you for that. Well, I'm too a product of a foster care parent, but a little background about me. I currently am working with the Treasure Island Job Corps, where we service quite a few of emancipated youth who have chosen to go on, and we service 16 to 24-year-olds. And I'm a career transition readiness instructor, where I get them prepared for their life after Job Corps, which is a residential program, which I have to say, as of now, the last 3 months, out of 122 centers nationwide, the Treasure Island Job Corps right here in the Bay Area is ranked #1 in the nation. Wow. So that means that I got to give it a thumbs up. So also on a local note, I write a local column every other week for the Daily Republic called This Generation, speaking strictly to this generation of youth. And that column comes out, you can access it on the line, or if you reach the Daily Republic, you can do that. So that is part of my commitment to the youth services, which I've been involved in for the most of my adult life, 20 plus years, working in there. So what inspired me to reach young people was because of what I experienced as a young person. I'm a product of a substance abuse parent, and I'm the last of 9 children, and I was in Los Angeles, born and raised in what I believe is the worst time in history to be in Los Angeles, the heart of the crack epidemic, which is the heart, which is in the mid-'80s, and I was unfortunately going through high school, navigating through high school at the time. And now you can imagine the atmosphere of that environment was not healthy. We had basically winos on one side of the street and crackheads on the other. So you can imagine what my perspective of adults were. So me trying to get through high school at that time, just in the nick of time, I started to value my life because I looked around and said, this is nothing healthy is going to come out of it. Those people dying at an alarming rate. The drug itself was very impactful, but on the side, it was also the drug wars and territorialism that also impacted the city. So as in 11th grade, I said, listen, the bottom line is this environment, when the environment is out of control, you have to separate from it. So unfortunately, me going through this, I said, listen, if this is not healthy, I gotta get out of here. So I started to document what my trials were. And with an alcoholic parent, I didn't have the stability that I needed. So when these things started to occur, I started to say, listen, I have to get out of Los Angeles. How? Either to somebody's high school, somebody's army, somebody's college, something to propel me out of this environment. And unfortunately, I had a brother up in the Bay Area at the time, and said, listen, just try to get yourself through this high school. I went to Dorsey High School in Los Angeles, which is one of the worst high schools in the area. We used to call it Ghetto High, and they called it Ghetto High. It was just one in the area. And incidentally, someone had, the mascot for the school was called the Dons, but somebody had drew literally a roach with a football on top of the top. It was a roach with a football in the gym like this. So they literally called us the Dorsey Roaches. So I realized, look, you gotta get out of here. And not only did I have this to get me through it, but sometimes things tell me, there's 1 or 2 incidents that tell you, okay, you can survive, maybe I'll go to college somewhere locally, but there's some of the things that will happen to you that will say, you know what, is it for you. And what happened was one morning, I was waking up, someone had broken into my house, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a crackhead that had broken my house. He was in the kitchen cooking an omelet like he lived there. I kid you not. I get in here, shocked. I said, man, if you don't get out of my house, I ended up running and chasing this kid down the street with my bare feet, right? And I was an athlete at the time. I was running like a 4 or 5 40, which is pretty fast. I could not catch this dude. But that whole thing about never underestimate the quickness of a crackhead is true. I couldn't catch this shit. But if I had caught him, it would have been all bad. I would have been up in jail, and that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. Deon, you got to get the heck out of LA. It's the bottom line. So 3 days after graduation, all my friends and everybody said, hey, we're free. What are you going to do? I said, I don't know what y'all going to do, but I'm getting the hell out of LA. 3 days. So I took a backpack, everything I'm on. 18 years of my life was in a backpack about that big, and I came up to San Francisco, did not look back. Still have family, still have friends, my mom and everyone has moved up since, but I moved up here.